Truckers X TV on air. We are now live in 3, 2, 1.
This place is creepy.
Don't be afraid to roll the dice. You must keep pursuing the truth. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Isn't that right?
Yes. Is this some dungeon?
What is the meaning of this? Let me out of here!
Let me out! I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
I have nothing to do with the case.
I'm not the culprit! Let me go!
Wow, they're all here!
So now we must pick out the true culprit of this case.
The true culprit.
Yuma, you solved all the locked room mysteries before you made it here. You should have all the clues and evidence you need to accuse the culprit. To be honest, when I first met you, I thought you were rather pitiful.
You sure are honest.
But my opinion of you has improved. These mysteries have brought you closer to becoming a true detective. Now tie up all the loose ends and prove that I am not mistaken about you. With your logic, anything is possible.
All right, I'll try.
Ooh, somebody's guilty! My heart's pounding!
Who is the culprit? Figure it out and hit him with a dramatic finger. Point, make the right choice, and you'll reveal the truth. How much do we get damaged?
I'm not the nail man!
I'm not the culprit!
I'm not the nail man.
It cannot be this guy whatsoever because...
How can I be the nail man?
I'm not the nail man!
Can I, like...
I'm
How
not
much
the
do we
nail
get
man.
damaged is the question.
I'm not the nail man!
Someone with a slender body that can
I'm
go
not the
through.
culprit!
I'm not the nail man.
How
What if
can
it's all
I
four?
be the nail man?
That's my... But he's there at all the places. He's not slender.
I'm not the culprit!
What's his alibi?
I'm not the nail man!
How could she do it with her freaking arm?
can
That's the
I-
question.
I'm not the nail man!
But what if... The question is... If she had that arm broken up recently, how could she do all that stuff? I forgot what was her reason, but still.
I'm not the culprit!
How
One
can I be
or
the
two.
I'm not the culprit!
The culprit is you, Father.
What? That's an absolutely...
Ridiculous thing to say.
Him again? Why won't he just get up?
You're saying the priest, a man of the cloth, is the culprit? That's impossible. How dare you spew such nonsense?
Right! Do not make baseless accusations. The culprit has to be someone else.
Yuma, can I leave this to you?
It's not a baseless accusation. You're the only one who could possibly be the culprit.
Master, you're acting like a real detective.
Go on and boom kill him!
We got it right. Let's go. It was just a random guess. But it's like, it's the only logical thing when you think about it. The servant is not Slender. The guy has been there all the time, but he's not the one that did it. And the other one has a broken arm. Oh great, you have an ally? Person access the incinerator.
I'm a man of the cloth. Like this. It's total blast! I am not the mailman. That's it! The first one to discover the body. The mailman is the worshiper!
Wait, when do we press the thing?
I'm a man of the clock.
Man of the clock?
Like this.
We're doubting him indeed.
It's
Like
total
this.
blast! I am not the mailman. That's it! The first one to discover the body. The mailman is the worshiper!
I was about to rebuttal that thing.
Yeah.
I'm a man of the clock.
X.
It's total blast! I am not the mailman. That's it! The first one to discover the body. The mailman.
Oh my
is the
god,
worshiper.
pressing down for. Thank you. Oh my god.
The rope ladder used in the clock tower's locked room was found in the incinerator, which only clergy can access. The worshipper may be a regular churchgoer, but he's no clergy member. So he's no longer a suspect.
Shut up! Shut up! Ridiculous!
Next. Burnt rope remains, thin person.
A member of the church is the culprit? Even so, I am not the culprit!
Up.
There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able
Oh
to
my
commit the
god.
crime, to be eliminated as a suspect. He pretended to discover a rope ladder.
Oh my god, we're too slow.
Right.
But
Then...
A member of the church is the culprit?
Let me see, what are my options again?
Even
Next.
so, I am not the culprit.
Up.
There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes. To be
Oh my
eliminated as a
god.
suspect, He
Project.
pretended to discover a rope ladder.
I'm slashing one thing,
Right.
trying to rebuttal the other, and oh my god, it's just slow. That
So, I am not the culprit.
I'm trying to do the last option, but these
There
options are just
others
too
working for
slow.
the church.
We got
Yes,
this.
there's the servant. The servant must be the nailman. The
Down.
servant was able to commit the crimes.
Nope.
To be eliminated as a suspect. He pretended to discover a rope ladder.
It was that one. And yeah, I was too fixated on freaking slashing the noise. Next. Next.
There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
Next.
To be eliminated as a suspect. He pretended to discover a rope ladder.
It's the last one. I feel like he was gonna say one more. I felt like he was gonna say another one every time.
Even so,
That's what I was thinking.
There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
Next.
To be eliminated as a suspect. He pretended to discover a rope ladder.
It's not this?
A member of the church is the culprit? Even so, I am not the culprit. There are others.
Bird remains of the strangely shaped rope found in the church incinerator.
Working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
The
To be
crimes?
eliminated as a suspect. He pretended to discover a rope ladder.
It was the crimes?
Even so, I am not. There are others working. Yes, there's the servant.
Bring it down, bring it down.
The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
Right here. Thank you.
Flash through this mystery.
Climbing up to the underground casino's window with only nails for footing would require considerable agility. Judging by the size of the window, there's no way someone of his size could have committed the crime.
No, no! Absolute lies!
What we got? Fishing line, locked room, floor plan of study.
The nun must be.
Fishing line was used locked room. The keys plus someone with full use of their arms could use.
Be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes.
Here we go.
In the mansion study's locked room, the culprit tossed the key behind the corpse with perfect aim. With her dominant hand injured, the nun couldn't have done that, which means she's not the culprit. It's not the churchgoer, the servant, or the nun. There's only one option left. Father, it's you. You are the nail man.
Hey! Say something quick! Otherwise, they'll pin me as the culprit.
Well,
You're useless. I am a priest in service to God. I am not the nail man.
All your proof is nothing but fantasy! You don't have a single piece of hard evidence!
Hard evidence?
But Master, you do! It's easy!
Based on the facts, the priest must be the culprit. The decisive evidence that proves it is... I don't know. What do I do? What do I do?
What?
A detective must always prioritize solving a case. Listen, a detective isn't an arbiter of justice. Unraveling a case is top priority, even with questionable methods. What do you mean? In short, you must get them to confess. Use everything in your arsenal, even if it requires bluffing.
Use everything?
Don't hesitate to use anything that might give you an advantage. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Always remember that.
A bluff? In other words, I should just claim I have solid evidence. But what could I use as a bluff?
So basically use the same thing but some solution keys and just do the same thing again as a bluff, I'm assuming. I'm still gonna get damage either way.
Enough with your stupid...
So what do we got? A report concerning There were suspicious footprints facing the wall in the grassy area beyond the clock tower, apparently made by dress shoes, though nothing further could be determined. And information was obtained from the church worshipper who knew about the past mailman killings.
Fantasies! Everything is... There's nothing but a fantasy!
Move.
Proof!
X. What we got? What we got?
Find my fingerprints?
Right there.
Did you find my blood? Of course there's no evidence.
Here we go. Oh, I was about to dodge that, but never mind.
You left clear evidence at the clock tower's crime scene. There were footprints left under the window in the mud. When we inspected them, we found out they perfectly match your footprints.
Impossible! I already burned those shoes in the incinerator.
You gave yourself away.
We won just like that? Thought there'd be more.
I swear, I only enacted justice in the name of God.
Looks like it worked. Good job, Yuma.
Thanks.
Karnai Ward is rotten to the core. To save it, someone had to get their hands dirty. Those slain were the evil incarnate that harmed others. That's why the people asked the Nailmen to kill them. Evil must be punished. And so, I strangled them, made them suffer. All I did was slay evil.
If someone hates somebody bad enough, they give that name to the Nailman. And this priest went around killing those people as the Nailman.
The urban legend offered targets for murder.
A priest is supposed to be the voice of God, but he went around killing people because someone wanted them dead. War is awesome!
It's terrible. It's insane to think that he'd kill people for a reason like that.
That could be said about all murders. Insane people kill for insane reasons. Anyway, you did it, Yuma. My expectations of you weren't wrong after all.
Is it finally over? Huh, nothing's happening. But last time...
Yeah, the soul of the true culprit who created this mystery labyrinth should appear. And since it didn't, it looks like this isn't over yet.
Huh? It's not over?
There are still mysteries related to the Nailman killings within this mystery labyrinth.
But we solved all of the locked rooms and discovered the true identity of the Nailman. Was I wrong? But the priest even confessed to it.
Calm down, Yuma. There's no need to panic. If the Nailman's identity is exposed and all mysteries are yet to be solved, then most likely someone else's agenda is involved in this string of killings.
Someone else's agenda?
Meaning the Nailman didn't work alone.
You mean there's another culprit? But...
Yuma, if you consider yourself to be a detective, you must see the truth through to the very end. No mystery concludes with a dead end. There is nothing we detectives cannot solve.
All right.
We have to review these killings from a different perspective. Out of the 4 locked rooms, if any of them were hiding a mysterious secret, it would be the room that's obviously different from the others.
Different?
Master, I get the feeling you want my help. Isn't that right? That's what you want, right?
Huh?
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you when you're so helpless like that. Okay, Master, lay it all out.
No, that has nothing to do with the matter at hand. Try...
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what we're doing? So, 1, 2... The one that was most different than everyone else? I would say the 4th. Maybe.
No, that has nothing to...
No?
Yeah.
I would say the most difficult was the 2nd room, that's all I could think of.
No, that has nothing to do...
Yeah.
The 3rd room? Oh, the blunt force to the head, that's why. We didn't solve that part. Now did we?
Puzzle it out.
It was the head, the victim's head. What are my options? A, D,
Tick-tock,
T,
tick-tock.
A.
That's not it.
Okay.
That's not it.
Not that? What are my options? A, D. Death. That's what it is. I can't believe we had to go in order with this. Damn it, that's not where I was going. I have to wait for an eternity for this. Go.
That's right.
There you go. Now do your thing. Next. Now spit out or whatever.
A new path's opened up. It seems to be a hidden passage. If so, then the truth should be somewhere down there. Let's go.
Yeah.
I see. So the cause of death for the victim at the art gallery storage is the only one that's different.
Right. The victims in the other locked rooms were all strangled to death. All had strangulation marks and scratches, defensive wounds. The victim in the third locked room had strangulation marks, but no signs of resisting. There's also evidence of blunt trauma to the head, which can be considered the fatal blow.
The marks could have been made after the victim died, so as to appear as if strangulation was the cause of death. The real cause of death is blunt force trauma. Here's another obstacle, but it's likely to be an insignificant one. Yuma, let's solve this mystery and move on.
Right.
Why was the cause of death made it look like a strangulation? The work of the priest? The work of the copy it? Why was the cause of death made to look like the strangulation? The work of a copycat.
Right here!
So it will be the worshipper then. Just to
The
make it.
strangulation was faked, to imply this crime had the same perpetrator as the other 3 incidents. By making the crime scene as similar as possible, it appeared like the mailman was responsible for an unrelated murder. Which means this was a copycat crime.
I agree. Among the string of mailman killings, there could be some that were done by copycat criminals.
That has to be why the mystery labyrinth still remains, even after discovering the mailman's identity. So who is the copycat criminal?
Indeed, we need to uncover this imposter's identity.
All right.
You're accusing me of being the copycat criminal? What the hell? I'll kill your ass!
Why is he here in this?
No, it's not me.
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
Why did you give him an option? Right here. But at that point, yeah, I would. It depends on how high that box was.
I told
this-
you already. I have nothing to do with this.
If he's a worshiper, then he would have to make the exact same thing. Would it not? That's my only reasoning. But if it's the boy, that is entirely different right there. So at that point, why the boy?
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
I'm gonna go with this. And if I'm wrong, then it's the boy. Because why is the boy...
The culprit can only be the copycat by having info about the other crime scenes. So it has to be that person.
So yeah, I was right. It would be the worshiper then. But why did he put him in
I
there?
told you already.
It would be easier just to have 3 left.
Told
That's
you
it.
already.
You are the copycat criminal.
Huh? Me? What are you talking about? I told you all about the Nailman, and even cooperated with your investigation. And now you think I'm a murderer? Are you fucking kidding me? This is crazy. Your investigation isn't worth shit. I'll crush you to dust, you filth!
Give him the same body, why don't you? Well, it is a copycat for a reason. Past Nailman murders, victim's neck, non-public information.
Why accuse me of being the culprit?
What do we got? Information was obtained by the church worshiper who knew about the past Nailman murders. Not about that one. The victims of serial were all strangled, but the cause of death was not publicized.
I was just first on the scene. Why do you
Next.
think I'm a copycat criminal?
Next.
It could have all been the Nailman. The cause
Next.
of death was just different each time, yeah? Even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me? The servant could be the copycat.
Ouch!
The nut could be the copycat.
Stay right there.
Anyone could have done it.
Wait, what?
Mystery.
I did not meant to have that. I accidentally switched it off. But that worked.
The
Let's
cause
go.
of death in the art gallery was blunt force trauma, faked as a strangling to resemble the Nailman's MO. But the murders all being strangulations wasn't made public right away. The only ones who knew that were those who actually set foot on the crime scenes. That includes the Nailman himself, the Peacekeepers, and the first eyewitnesses on the scene. Which means you! You could have committed the murder in the art gallery.
Master, after him! Beat some sense into that sensitive, nonsensical phantom!
The what?
For the first on the scene to also be the culprit is rather cliche.
He was always suspicious, but because the real Nailman was someone else, I didn't connect the dots. He was fascinated by the Nailman, and by studying him, he eventually knew more about him than anyone else. Ultimately, he became the Nailman.
It's ironic that he exposed his own crime by knowing too much about the other ones.
Master, the truth is right there! radar is banging like crazy!
Banging?
Go away! I won't let you! You have the truth!
Looks like we've arrived at the final stage.
If we make him submit, we'll completely solve the mystery labyrinth. Master, don't let your guard down.
Yeah.
Let's just get through this and go through this again. Here we go. How do I play again? I only have 40% health left. Let's go. What are my options?
Let's do this, Master.
Kick, tackle, jump.
Destroy this board!
I forgot how the tackle,
Stop it!
jump,
Shut up!
kick,
Damn this!
kick,
Stop with your lies!
kick,
Everything was done by the
tackle,
mailman! I'm not the culprit!
tackle.
How dare you accuse me when you have no proof? You didn't even check the crime scenes back then!
Destroy the wall with a solution key. You didn't even check the crime scenes back then. Alaris Forte.
You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
Thank you.
Thanks to Halaris Forte, we were able to see what each crime scene looked like at that time.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered.
We used post-cognition to gather all the evidence.
Time to countdown.
X.
Wrong!
Jump.
Shut up!
Jump.
Stop it!
Tackle.
Get away from me!
Tackle. Tackle.
Why you?
Tackle.
Get away from me!
Again.
Get away!
Again. Kick.
Get away! Who cares if
Almost
you
there.
use post-cognition? You only saw what I saw as the first person on scene. No clue will help lead you to the culprit.
Would have been 21 if I didn't mess
You're
up.
never gonna
Or
find the
22.
culprit. What you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered.
Destroy the fortress with the solution key. The victims of serial killers were all strangled, but the cause of death was not publicized. Only the people who entered the crime scene. I saw the moment the corpse was discovered. Was it this? Victims were all strangled, but the cause of death was not publicized.
Halara's post-cognition showed us that the paint can at the gallery storage entrance had been knocked over. And according to the art gallery staff member's testimony, that was your doing. You went into the crime scene first, and the art gallery employee behind you noticed you knocking over the paint can. But Halara's post-cognition only shows the scene when the corpse is first discovered. So if you were the first person to find the body, the scene before the paint can fell over would have been recreated. But it wasn't. The paint can had already been knocked over when the corpse was discovered. That means the first person to find the corpse was the art gallery staff member, not you. The reason you didn't count as the first person to find it is because you're the culprit.
This is the truth of the case.